previous year questions from the topic ecology and environment. These are the topics which should be covered in the very basic fundamental chapters of the any environment book. So I have focused upon the factual or the static portion of the question so that we should be able to know which part of the book is to be covered or which topic from the basic books has to be covered specifically. So in 2022, this was the question, which one of the following has been constituted under the Environmental Protection Act? The answer is Central Groundwater Authority. This question, the Miyawaki method, this is basically a recent method updated in basic environment books in coming year. So the Miyawaki method is well known for the promotion of commercial farming in arid and semi-arid areas, development of the gardens using genetically modified flora, creation of mini forest in urban areas, harvesting wind energy on coastal areas and on sea surface. Answer is C. This question, which one of the following have species that can establish symbiotic relationship with other organisms? Cnidarians, fungi, protozoa. Select the correct answer using the code given below. Answer is 1, 2, and 3. Again, this question came in 2021. Which one of the following are detritivores? Earthworm, jellyfish, millipedes, seahorses, woodlice. Eliminate the seahorses. We are left with the option C. In which one of the following biogeochemical cycles, the weathering of rocks is the main source of release of nutrient to enter the cycle? The answer is phosphorus cycle. A fundamental question from the basic books. What is blue carbon? Again, basic question. The carbon captured by the oceans and coastal systems. The Environmental Protection Act 1986 empowers the Government of India to state the requirement of the public participation in the process of environmental protection and the procedure and the manner in which it is sought. Basically, public participation will always remain voluntary. So, government cannot decide how we are going to contribute in its environmental protection. So, this option is wrong. Lay down the standards for emissions for discharge of the environmental pollutants from various sources. This is right. So, please go through this act because many questions have come in previous years from this topic, though the questions have been basic one as of now, but in coming future it can be advanced one also. 2015 question, which one of the following is the best description of the term ecosystem? This option A is correct, a community of organisms interacting with one another. Which one of the following is the correct sequence of food chain? Diatoms, crustaceans, herrings. I think this is the only correct option. Please check it. Which one of the following organisms, among the following organisms, which one does not belong to the class of other three? Crab, mite, scorpion, spider. Please read about the fundamental properties of these and we will get that answer is correct answer here. Lichens which are capable of initiating ecological succession. Read about the ecological succession from the basic books. Even on a bare rock are actually a symbiotic association of algae and fungi. With reference to eco-sensitive zones, which one of the following statements are correct? Eco-sensitive zones are areas that are declared under the Wildlife Protection Act. Even if you do not know anything, remember that eco-sensitive zones should have anything related to environment or environment. So when you have Environmental Protection Act 1986, you need not to have this Wildlife Protection Act here. So please think about the alternative even in the examination condition. If not under WPA, then what could be the another option? So this is eliminated. The purpose of the declaration of eco-sensitive zone is to prohibit all kinds of the human activities in those zones except agriculture. So this is wrong because if agriculture is permitted, then many light activities could be permitted. So this is also wrong. Option is D. Organisms feed upon each other. Very true. Food chains are found within the populations of a species species. Well, this could be true because generally this statement is true, but UPSC has given the answer as A because it has considered that it is not limited only to a population of I species, but many other species also. So these type of confusing questions will always remain. So option A is right as per official answer. Which one of the following terms describe not only the physical space occupied by an organism but also its functional role? So functional role, unique functional role, this is related to ecological niche. Please read the definition about all the four. Definition of all the four. This will help in mains as well. In the grasslands, please do not replace the grasslands as a part of an ecological succession because of insects and fungi, limited sunlight and paucity of nutrients, water limits and fire, none of the above option is safe. With reference to the food chain in the ecosystem, which one of the following kind of organisms are known as decomposer organisms or organism? Virus, fungi, bacteria. I think virus is eliminated because it does not have a specific uh, role here. So 2 and 3 will be the correct answer. Which one of the following is the correct sequence of ecosystem in the order of decreasing productivity? Oceans, lakes, grassland, mangroves, mangroves, ocean, grassland, lakes, mangroves, grassland, lakes, oceans, oceans, mangroves, lakes, grassland. So most productive will be oceans. Phytoplankton of an ocean is completely destroyed for some reason. The ocean as a carbon sink would be adversely affected. Yes, read about how phytoplankton work and we will get the answer. The food chains in the ocean would be adversely affected, yes, because they are fundamental or at the base of the food chain. The density of the ocean water would drastically decrease. No density does not depend upon the phytoplankton, so answer would be A. The Millennium Ecosystem Assessment describes the following major categories of ecosystem services. Use this in your mains answer now when you have this. Provisioning, supporting, regulating, preserving, and cultural. Which one of the following is the supporting service? So, nutrient cycling and crop pollination is this supporting service. Three of the following criteria have contributed to the recognition of the Western Ghats, Sri Lanka, and Indo-Burma as hotspots of the biodiversity. So species richness, endemism, and threat perception. So 1, 3, and 5 is the answer. In the context of the ecosystem productivity, marine upwelling zones are important as they increase the marine productivity by bringing the decomposer organisms to the surface. Nutrients to the surface for sure, bottom dwelling organism to the surface. No, whenever they are coming to the surface, then it is a climate change problem and this is not related to the ecosystem productivity. So option B is right. That meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of the future generations to meet their own needs. In this perspective, inherently, the concept of sustainable development is intertwined with the which of the following concepts. So answer is carrying capacity, very easy peasy. Consider the following statement: biodiversity hotspots are located only in but we need to read about all the biodiversity hotspots located across the world, like Mediterranean Sea, like in the Californian region. So this is not only limited to the tropical region. India has the 4 biodiversity hotspots. This part of the statement is correct. Eastern Himalayas, Western Himalayas, no, this is not right. This and then Western Ghats and Andaman and Nicobar islands are correct. So both are wrong. So option B is the correct answer. Read about all the 4 biodiversity hotspots of India. A pesticide which is a chlorinated hydrocarbon is sprayed on a food crop. The food chain is food crop, rat, snake, hawk. In this food chain, the highest concentration of the pesticide would accumulate in which one of the following. So basically at the top of food chain, it will be accumulated. So answer is hawk. Please go through all the biodiversity hotspots of the world and their important features. Do not expect these simple questions now. Be prepared with more. For forest cover to maintain the proper ecological balance in India is 33%, very easy, but now you need to go through the forest survey and get the important data which was released in 2020. Which one of the following is now regarded as ecological hotspot? At that time, this was easy, but now we need to read about all the four major biodiversity hotspots of India: Himalayas, Western Ghats, Indo-Burma, Sundaland region. Learn about their vegetation type, learn about the important flora and fauna present there, learn about the whatever the climatic features are there, and any unique or speciality of these areas. And even tribes of these areas are very important. If there is any cultural factor, that is also very important. Thank you.